Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you the information on how to lower oil consumption on your vehicle, and we'll give you some few steps how to prevent oil consumption. So if there is like vehicle brand new and not how not to have the oil consumption, how to, or maybe engine was rebuilt, or maybe brand new remanufactured engine, you know what I mean? So how not to get to the point where your car is burning oil, consuming oil at a rate that, you know what I mean, it's giving you a hard time. So first step to lower oil consumption. As you on the screen, you start with a brand new oil. As time progresses, oil changes color, and then you have, it burns, oil level drops, and then oil becomes darker. It doesn't mean it's bad, not always. Color of the oil does not mean the oil is bad. It means not always. So you cannot go by just the oil color. There will be a video, a link at the end of this video where you can learn more about what the oil color means. So first step to lower oil consumption is to use high detergent oil. How to find this information on detergency, how much, or you have to go pick the brand that you like, search on their website. What do they say? How much detergent they have, or how much cleaner their oil makes engine. One particular brand of full synthetic oils that I had high respect had information on their website that how much detergent they had, or how much cleaner their oil makes engine. They had it for many years. Now they removed that information from their website. It's a full synthetic brand. And what I have found out, why? Because they changed the formulation. They changed the formulation, and by the way, this video is not about brand or anything. I'm not gonna mention any brands. If you have a question, you can drop in the comment section. I can make a video explaining or give you advice. That's a separate topic. I don't wanna add to this video. That particular brand of full synthetics that I had to say removed the information. So that's why you whatever brand you like or you want to consider, go on their website and see what do they say about detergent, keeping the engine clean, how much detergent by percentage, you know what I mean? Because if you want to know the numbers for specific brand of oil, it costs about $70 to $100 to find out how much detergent specific brand, specific viscosity has. So it's expensive. So if you want to know this, you can support my channel through Buy Me a Coffee. If everybody who watches gives $1 or $2, we have enough money to find out for specific brand how much detergent it has. We can move forward. You can support my channel on regular basis, and we'll have monthly. We'll speak to oil. But if you donate more than a couple dollars, well, your specific brand of oil viscosity will be the one that's selected and will be revealed on my channel how much detergent it has. That's one way. Unless you want to go and find yourself, pay the money $80 to $100 or $70 to $100 to find out how much detergent it has, or you can pay, $5, $10, and it's your call. So detergent, every brand is different. Next thing, second, use engine flush every oil before oil change. What brand? Here's an example that you can use. That's one. Use engine flush. What brands are the best? Do research. You can ask me. I can make a video. I can give you advice. You can do it on your own. Like I said, this video is not about a brand. This video is about how to lower oil consumption. Engine flush before every oil change. They do work. There's different companies, different results. It's up to you. You make a decision, ask, research, ask for advice, ask for a video. It's up to you what products to use. That's a step 2. Third step, motor oil. Third step is to use motor oil that has lowest evaporation rate. Very often I get comment on my channel, well, it's API. Well, I have some bad news about API. You can actually, that will be, I guess, leave it for the rest of for another video about API. There will be links if you want to learn more about API. For how much oil evaporation is allowed. Very often I get this comment, oil is an oil. Well, that's not true. Every brand of oil has its own specifications. Even though they all meet, or at least have a label, that they meet API specifications. But here's what I found. Very interesting information about no greater than 15% for all viscosity grades of motor oil. Volatility, if I'm pronouncing correct, volatility is the oil evaporation. General Motors has its own numbers actually. General Motors, here is what API says. Oil should not evaporate more than 15%. Well, I haven't seen a company that has 15% evaporation rate. I've seen 14, I've seen 5%, I've seen 7, 11 is an average for full synthetics that I've seen. The evaporation rate, you know what I mean? I've seen some of the ester-based oils like 3% or 4% evaporation rate, you know, for high quality, expensive oils. And look what the GM says. So API is not everything. Some manufacturers have their own standards the oil has to meet. 13%, which is nice. It means that GM wants you to use oil that has evaporation rate at max 13%. It could be lower, but not maximum. So NOAC volatility, or in the simple terms, evaporation rate, is information. It's available up there. Some company post on their websites, others don't. So this information is much harder to find. About the current motor oils, what I have found, a lot of companies have, not all, but for the companies that I have found, they changed their formulations. So the numbers for detergency changed. Numbers for evaporation rate, some have improved, others have decreased the numbers. So the oil actually became worse than it was before. Others, like I said, improved or kept it the same. So the other thing that I found, there is like a full synthetic regular and there is full synthetic more advanced for the same company. Well, what I have found that some companies have more expensive oil that only has 5% more detergency versus their lower end oil. So paying that extra premium is not any worth for some companies, because 5% of detergency is more, might as well change oil more often. You know what I mean? So there is those numbers, and there is companies that, they offer premium oil and lower end oil, but premium oil really has a lot of detergency in it, you know what I mean? Definitely worth buying it, paying that premium, because you get more detergent. It will last longer and will do a better job if you, let's say, change your oil more often. So that means you're gonna have a boosted detergency inside your engine to keep it, to clean it up, to lower your oil consumption. So these are the 3 steps. Something else to keep in mind, check your owner's manual. What does your owner manual says about oil consumption? Lately, what I have found, a lot of car manufacturers start posting this type of information. Certain amount of engine oil will be consumed while driving. So they are giving consumers a warning. Hey, your car will have oil consumption issues. Some say a quart every 1,000 miles, which is crazy. But you know why? I'll show you in this video why. Because the way the engine is designed, I'll show you some of the parts. And here is the examples. New engine or remanufactured after replacing the engine will have some oil consumption. If low quality oil or oil of inappropriate viscosity is used, you will have oil consumption. When driving at high engine speeds, you'll have oil consumption. When leaving the engine idling for a long time, you'll have oil consumption. Interesting. This is from the owner's manual. Check your owner's manual. You might say, well, I bought a used car. You can find the owner manual. Go to whatever brand you have, to the OEM website, and find that information is there. Look how the clogged up the oil ring. Really bad. And very small and tiny. You know why? Because this is what new technology. Better fuel economy, more horsepower. Look at this piston. It's in a lot worse shape. But look at the oil ring on this one. Look how massive. See the difference? How the rings are bigger. Oil control ring or oil ring is bigger. The gaps. Old school, new school. New technology, using more power. Lighter, smaller piston rings. Oil consumption higher. Old school, less power, bigger, heavier things. Worse fuel economy, no oil consumption. So, what you can do, you have a new car, don't follow factory recommended intervals. Use high detergency oil, change it more often. It will pay itself off. Even if you don't keep your vehicle, you decided to sell it later, someone's gonna thank you. Just like my cars that I have used them. And I'm very thankful to the people who maintain those vehicles to the high standards. They were not using the highest quality oils, but they were changing them, 3,000 to 5,000 miles at highway driving. So, thanks for watching. If you have questions, drop in the comment section. Either I'll make a video or and answer it to you in the comment section.